What's up, people? This is your boy, Levelhead, back with another live and level gamers podcast. I have the crew in here. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Yo, what it do?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to get everything right. It's been a couple of weeks, right?
It's a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't mad at us. I'm trying to get over there. What episode is this? What episode is this one?
Man, you the one running and don't ask me.
I don't even know where we at. 42, 242, 243. Where we at?
Lord have mercy.
It's 243, man. I know which one it is, man. So anyway, welcome to the show. We are here. We are ready to go. K-Bum.
Slap yourself.
That's what you can do.
Oh my God. Slap yourself. Stupid.
Hey, the Lakers not in they have to run it. What's going on?
Don't mention nothing about the Lakers. I don't want to hear nothing about them. I'm so. That is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about games on tonight. So we are here, man. We rest to go. I'm trying to make sure my earphones is together. I'm trying to get my stuff back. My son down here trying to be Mr. Mozart and have my stuff all kind of twisted up, so I had to figure out what was what. But anyway, we here and we rest to go. Y'all good?
I'm good, man. Let's get into it.
Well, K-Bum, hold your horses. We ain't heard each other in a while. Can we dialogue for a second before we get into it?
Let's get it.
So anyway, since he put it like that, let's go, man. Let's do it. It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topic plus. Yeah, check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bum 20 on the MIC. Check our night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. What it say? Live and level, live and level. We on the MIC. Live and level, live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level, live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level, live and level. What's up? The Livest Gamers podcast in these YouTube streets. I don't care what our views say. What's up, people? How is it doing over there where y'all be?
Man, as the Matrix says, you have to know thyself. You know what I'm saying? No one can tell you're the one when you're the one. So yeah, right. I feel you level.
Yeah, I don't care.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? You know what happened, man. We departed ways with certain allegiances and started just talking about games in general. And you know, when you ain't white knighting, people tend to tune you out a little bit. But we still trying to find our footing in this new lane of just being balanced gamers. So, you know what I'm saying? I can still be on them white knighting streets and everything is Nintendo. I couldn't do it no more because that ain't real.
Don't worry. I'll start some trouble. Don't worry about it.
Alright. So anyway, we are back. K-Bum 20 is back. We hadn't been you was on vacation the last time we did this, right, K-Bum?
Yes, sir. So it's been a little bit longer for me since I was out. So
man,
I'm glad to be
3
here.
weeks. We heard your splendiferous voice. But me and Keith helped
okay,
you out.
D2K.
Hey.
Oh, y'all like that? You know what I'm saying?
Somebody been in the books.
I know what splendiferous. Anyway.
Word of the day.
So we here to well, now y'all done messed me up. I need to slap Oh my God, my tongue got all tied up. But we're here to discuss these games. But before we get into that, anything unique, special happen y'all way? I know you was out of town, K-Bum, up in the Boston. Anything happen up that way?
Man, just in seeing history. right? Just because Boston's a very old city, so just seeing history up there, man, just got a chance to see a little bit about the Underground Railroad. Learn a little bit about that. Went down to several states, hit up 4 states. Got a chance to eat too much seafood. I was tired of seafood by the time I was done.
Oh, okay.
And just ate lobster pretty much every day I was there. So it was fun. It was enjoying myself.
Keith, did you ever get a chance to check out The Batman?
No, I am waiting. Oh, is it out on HBO yet?
No,
I think it's about to be.
It's about to be. You waiting for HBO drop?
Man, I'm not. I'm waiting on HBO, bro. I'd rather go watch Sonic. I ain't gonna lie to you. I heard it's good. You said it's good. Sonic is good too. So.
Okay, but did you give your? You wasn't on live. We talked in the comments. What was your thoughts without spoiling? What was your thoughts on the Batman? The Batman.
I thought it was good. I thought the music was great. I love the music. I love the tone of the movie.
Right.
I thought the tone of the movie was great. I thought Robert Pattinson did an excellent job of being the Batman. I thought the Riddler. I love the modern take on the Riddler. I thought that was pretty well done. And I just every time that the score of the Batman would come on the screen, they would just blast it through your ears. I just got giddy, man. I thought it was well done. Right? I thought it was well done. From even it wasn't Commissioner Gordon. I think Lieutenant or Captain. I forgot what Gordon is on this one, but he was excellent as always.
He's not Commissioner. He's right under
Jeffrey Wright is an excellent actor. Love that guy. And I just all in all, I thought it was a well-rounded movie. I think it has some issues, some flaws in it, but all in all, it was a well-rounded movie. And I wish it was a part of the DCU, so I can say this is the best movie in the DCU, but it's not even a part of it. So I can't even give it that nod. Oh no, this is his own thing.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I'm so sick of
It's
it.
his own thing.
I mean, anyway, let's move on because we don't want to. I'm just gonna move on.
Don't want to talk about that one.
Keith is like, are we finished or is we done? I'm gonna.
It's a good movie though, man.
It's good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, go see it.
Yeah, you need to wait till the HBO Max drop, Keith.
Oh yeah,
spending your money on something. How you sounded? Just wait for that HBO Max drop. Anyone seen Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Just one more thing. That Zoe worked that screen. That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
she worked that screen. I can give her props.
We ain't talking about
Miss
that.
Kravitz.
Zoe did her thing. I give her props. That was
Hey,
Michelle Pfeiffer was like nice, and Zoe was like she can hang out there with Michelle Pfeiffer. So it was really good.
She's a pass, Michelle Pfeiffer, bro. Stop it.
I didn't want to have what they call it bias when you see something recent.
If we gon' say it, she up there with the berry.
That was trash. So I don't even.
Wait, I was gonna say, wait a minute.
We wasn't talking about quality of playing the character. I thought you were just talking about looks. I would say she was up there with the berry.
I'm talking about I was talking about looks as the character.
It didn't seem like
Halle Berry's Catwoman was trash.
It didn't seem that way. It didn't seem like that. Anyway,
I'm done. I'm done.
Let me stop.
Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
I actually kind of want to go back and watch that with a different perspective. Halle Berry's Catwoman. Is it really that? Is it really that trash?
It's trash.
It's really trash.
It was trash when I saw it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was trash.
It's still trash.
She couldn't do nothing to say that. She couldn't say that at all. That was just Halle Berry in the cat suit. That's all that was.
I mean, ain't nothing bad about it. Anyways.
Y'all look. Stop it, man. Anyway, we gonna move on. We moving on.
Oh, man,
as y'all
funny.
can see, it's been a minute and the chemistry is already lit. So let's get into what you've been gaming on. Let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is? It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 What you been gaming What you been gaming on? Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. Alright, so since me and Keith was on last week, K-Bum, I feel it's all in all due for you to go ahead and tell us what you've been gaming on. So what you been gaming on, bro?
Well, I have a very simple answer on what I've been gaming on, and that answer is Cyberpunk. I mean, ain't nothing too much for me to talk about. I've been grinding on this game. I've been having a blast with it, and as Keith knows, I finally got a chance to meet Pan now.
Oh yes.
And
So
I
hold
was
up.
like, okay.
What
Okay.
is this? Why? Because I heard y'all talking about this in the chat room. So what is going on with this? Because Keith said, "Oh yeah," and you like, "Oh," and I'm lost. What's going on?
Oh yeah.
I'm finna send you a picture in the chat.
It's just a character you meet in the game. You're just building your web of relationships with different characters. You meet a lot of people in the game. So it's just a person you meet in the game.
She cool with me.
Y'all on one tonight, man. I don't know what's up with y'all. I don't know what's up with y'all.
Vicky always on
tonight.
one. What you talking about?
What's up? I don't know what's going on with y'all tonight, but something's up.
Check the chat.
I'm checking.
Check the chat. So I've been playing that. I've been playing Cyberpunk. Probably 70% of my game time, maybe 65, have been on Cyberpunk. I dived back into Overwatch because they have a special event going on, so I've dived back into Overwatch, playing that a little bit, and then I've been sprinkling it in a little FIFA every now and then, a little Cold War, played a couple games of that, and then Warzone and Vanguard, whatever I feel the need to. So that's pretty much what I'm gaming on.
Y'all something else, bro. I tell you. Okay, I got you. I see what you're talking about. Anyway, so Cyberpunk, Overwatch, and what else, K-Ball?
So Cyberpunk, mostly Overwatch. I said FIFA with the homies, a little bit of Cold War, and then sprinkling in some Vanguard
Don't
slash
tell me
Warzone.
y'all got on Cold War when I deleted this 150,000 million gigabytes of space.
It won't be long. They released a new gun. We're just trying to unlock it, so
No, man. Anyway,
won't be on there too much longer.
I'll talk to y'all. I can't play no FIFA. But anyway, Mr. Norris.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
pretty sure you playing the same thing he playing. So what have you been
Nope.
playing, my friend? Oh, okay, all right. I know
No,
what you've been playing.
I have to put Cyberpunk down for a minute because I got this Wizard of Oz play, so I can't really just invest like that like I want to. And I just found the real Pan Am Palmer. Okay.
Google is my friend. Let me go.
I've been playing on a few little games, stuff I can just jump in and play real quickly. First game I've been playing on is Tunic. Shout out to Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass.
For sure.
Tunic is the game that looks familiar. It looks like a Zelda clone type game, but it has its own little quirks. The world itself is one big puzzle. It's at an isometric view, and it has like Dark Souls type gameplay as far as like the enemies. Like you're not just gonna run through the game slashing and hacking and slashing. You gotta actually have a little bit of strategy behind the things that you're doing. I don't know the gist of the game because you get these little. It's kind of like an old school how we used to get booklets with our games back in the day, and the game is kind of told or how you're taught to play the game is told through these little things that you get throughout the game, and you get them out of order. So you might get page 25 before you get page 5 or something like that, and it's telling you different little things, how to play the game, little secrets and things like that. And you can walk behind walls, and the character will have like a silhouette of the character as he's going behind the wall. And that's where the puzzles and things go in, because you may be looking at it from face value and you're like, I don't know what to do, because this happened to me. I don't know where to go. but you just got to keep walking along those walls and figuring out different little places to go. Early on, I was fighting one of the earlier. There's not even a boss. It was just somebody who was strong, and I was fighting with a stick, kind of like you do in Breath of the Wild, and the stick is very weak. And man, I kept getting my butt handed to me, and I finally found the sword, and I beat him. And you just keep going through the game, figuring out little things. So it's a perfect game for me. It got that Metroid type of figure it out type of gameplay with that Dark Souls difficulty, with the aesthetics of a Zelda, and they have treasure chests all around, and you can level up your character, his hit points, his attack points, defense, things of that nature, and it's pretty cool. I was playing it today while I was at work. Pause. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. The other game I've been playing is Kirby. Now, Kirby. Now, when I told y'all I started playing Kirby in the chat, I was like, this game is not for me. I was regretting it. This is like really, I'm not going to say it's the first Kirby game I bought, but it is the first one that I'm really actually trying to play. Kirby's never been that type of character that I just really want to invest my time with. And I'm noticing, and I said this in the chat, a lot of the stuff that's in this Kirby world is in Smash Brothers. Like, Smash Brothers is based off of a Kirby game. Like, all the little food and items that you use to raise your levels in Smash, and that M with that pumpkin on it or whatever, that's Kirby. All of that stuff is Kirby. And so I'm playing this game. It's getting better. It's getting a lot more difficult because Kirby has a limited set of moves outside of the absorb powers and stuff. And then he got this new power on there called Mouthful, where he can absorb like cars, vending machines, and different little things or whatever. But it's getting better the deeper I go into the game. And just like with Tunic, you can upgrade your weapons and your abilities. So it's getting better. Early on, man, I was ready to hang it up. I was like, nah, this is too simple for me. But it's getting a lot better. It's really starting to scratch that Mario itch, where you're looking for those secrets, and as they got these little stages in there that they where you can get like rare gems, and you use those rare gems to upgrade your character. I mean, your weapons, or no, your abilities. And a lot of them they got it where you can do it like try to beat this score, and like you try to run through this stage in under a minute. And I ain't gonna lie, it can get pretty difficult with Kirby's limited abilities. So it's actually getting better. I'm actually starting to have fun with it, but it's taking a while. But I can't really say I recommend it. But you know, there's a demo, so I would say try out the demo on the Switch.
Okay, yeah, I do that, cause I sure ain't finna go spend no money on it no time soon. Okay, that's what's up. Tunic, Kirby, and what was the other one?
That was it.
That was the two. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me send this shout out. I don't want to butcher your name. Y'all be having some interesting names. Y'all know how to say that?
Where we at?
In the comment section.
Dark Lionel SG.
Lionel. I didn't want to say. I was going to say Lino, but Lionel. Okay. Welcome to the show. Yeah! Dark Lionel, SC. Welcome to the show, my friend. I'm thankful for you being here. He says, yeah, what's good, my brothers? It's all
wait.
Good. What's up?
I do have one more.
Go ahead.
I actually wanted to say this for you. So I just started Zelda Master Mode. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Not even gonna lie, but they start you off with the green bogoblins. I think that's what they call them. The green bogoblins. Like there's not a red bogoblin in there, and that thing take like 25 hits. And you know, early on in Breath of the Wild, your weapons are weak. You know.
I think I got is that the downloadable content?
Yeah, that's in the DLC.
I got it.
It's. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You should check it out, man. It might scratch that Dark Souls itch if what you playing Elden Ring ain't doing it.
I don't want that itch scratched at all.
Man, that master mode is something else.
I don't want that itch scratched. I got enough of that scratch with this Elden Ring, so I'm good.
That
Elden
thing,
Ring
I put it
all
down.
the difficult itch I want to be scratched. But anyway, shouts out to you, Dark Lionel. Welcome to the show. I know I messed your name up. I wasn't for sure if it was Lionel or Lee. I didn't know how to say it, but I'm glad you said it, Keith. But anyway, what have I been gaming on? I've been gaming on K-Bum sent something, so I gotta check out what that is. I've been gaming on 2 games. Of course, I bought Elden Ring for the PlayStation 5. And then y'all are talking on the side. Y'all are disturbing me while I'm trying to tell what I'm gaming on. Y'all can shut up right now. My phone talking. I'm seeing yelp and yeah. I'm like, y'all can cut it out. Anyway, Anyway, so let me get back focused. So, I've been playing Elden Ring, and Keith, when you say I've heard about the Master Mode, I got the other DLC. I don't know if that was a part of it or not, but I'd look into it. I really ain't interested in anything ultra challenging right now, because this Elden Ring is humbling a brother to the level that I'm enjoying the game, but Lord Jesus, this game does not care about your pride, your confidence. It doesn't care about anything but humbling you to your core, because it's almost like you don't want to run up on nothing too quick. But I'm enjoying it still. I'm still enjoying it, but I gotta learn how to power my guy up, and it's kind of real. It's a lot that I gotta learn what does what and what changes what. There's a learning curve to it that ain't like a Breath of the Wild and all that. It's really involved. And I'm gonna be honest, Leveled gotta come up a little bit to really grasp what I need to do to be more effective in the game. But I'm still enjoying it. But man, this game is not for the weak-hearted.
Boy, Elden Ring out there giving hands to Leveled.
Hands, bro. So anyway, to make myself feel a little bit better, I went out to my favorite store, and I've been looking at this game for a while.
Uh-oh.
And I didn't know if I was gonna get it. And when Mr. Norris said he wasn't enjoying Kirby, that quickly took that off my list. Because I really wasn't interested in Kirby. I want to play Kirby, but not so much to go spend 59 something bucks for it. I'm waiting. I know I'll be waiting for a long time because Nintendo thinks everything they make is evergreen. So I don't know when I'm gonna get Kirby. But I went out and I brought a game that I haven't played in a long time. And that was the WWE 2K22. I wanted something out the box. I wanted something different. And I have been watching. Y'all know I've been posting it for a while. I've been posting stuff on it and trying to get y'all take. No, I didn't get Horizon Forbidden West. I'm gonna wait till you talk about it. I almost did. I was there looking at it. I was like, I ain't getting it. I got Elden Ring. I need to finish that, or at least get more into that before I buy anything else like that. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the best Resident game I've played in a long time. The graphics are very good. The combat system has been, I won't say it's been revamped and simpler. They made it more simpler and more easy to approach for casual gamers, but it's not so simple that it's not enjoyable. But I haven't played enough of it to get my full-fledged feelings, but from what I played, it was really, really good. There's a lot here to enjoy. I was trying to get somebody else to buy it, and maybe the online crew may add this to their online gaming, but Mr. 20 said it shall not happen. So anyway, I'm gonna be on my own. But Next week I have a better take on, because I just bought that the other day, so I haven't really gotten a chance to really get into it. But the little bit that I played was very enjoyable. So those are the two games. And we play. Oh yeah, I got the new Mario Kart extra courses. The what is that?
Wow.
What is that? The Mario Kart pack.
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we know you know what I'm talking about. So I bought it actually about a week ago. We ain't been on, but I bought it about 2 weeks ago, and how do I want to say this? I'm enjoying them. This track, it does feel good to be on new tracks, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
But
I'm ready for a new Mario Kart. It didn't do it.
Man.
It's good. It's good. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead. Let's just start there. Let me turn this music off. Let's get on in it. So the tracks are good. It's a few that I like a lot, right? And I'll pull it up here in a second. But Mario Kart it's been here for a while, and it doesn't look bad.
A while?
And for a while. Like,
Sorry.
I think Mario Kart 8 has worn out its welcome for me. When I turned it back on, going through the stage, I was like, yeah, I'm enjoying this, but I was like, I'm ready for something new. And I never really said that before. With it, I never was tripping. I was like, it's Mario Kart. It's still fun. And when me and my daughter sat down, we playing it. We going through the stages. They having a good time. I'm having a good time. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I want something new. I want a new Mario Kart. So I'm not saying, because I know, Keith, you was on the fence. You said you don't know if you're going to get it or not. Is it the deluxe DLC? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it's the deluxe DLC.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some of it here in a second. Let me get it all set up. But yeah,
nobody does spring like us, and nobody beats our prices on farm and home favorites.
Hush. Did y'all hear that? Y'all heard all that? Anyway,
Nah, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, so it's I don't know how to put this, man. It's time for a new one. Let me just say it like that. It's time.
Huh.
It's time for a new Mario Kart, man. I'm sorry. It's time. And this is a good lead into some of the stuff we're going to be talking about on tonight. Because y'all know about the situation with Zelda and Breath of the Wild being delayed. So, but let's stick here. The stages look good, right? They look good. But Keith, this is clear that they cannot give us this. If they would have put 9 on this, I would have been highly upset. Because it doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. And you don't, it's just more Mario Kart in the same aesthetic, the same feeling. It was fun, but the stages didn't erase the fact that this game has been here too long. Put it like that.
Are the stages as clean as we thought, as we were saying?
Well, this is the thing. The stages look graphically different than the older stages. I would say the older stages are more graphically focused, and these stages are more anime. Like, okay, I say it like this. The earlier stages, the older stages seemed like they was going for a more realistic look. Whereas a lot of these new stages seemed like they was not trying to show, like, make grass look like grass. It was just green. Just green and polished, bright. Wasn't ugly, but
the textures is what's missing.
Yeah, the textures wasn't there. And on some of the stages, it worked well. Like, I liked it, This stage right here was probably one of my favorite stages, but this stage kind of follows the old aesthetic. It has some realism in the bricks and all that type of stuff, where some of the other stages was just more of just colors and bright, and they was clean. They looked good. But some of the stages were so short, man. Like you would get through it, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm already done with this stage. I'm already through a lap." Like, wow, okay. And they only gave you two. What is it? Two. What when you pick the mushroom and the what they call that.
The courses, not courses, but the I know what you're talking about, like the main thing.
Yeah, the main. Well, you get when you pick it, you got four or five courses within that. I don't know what my brain is freezing. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, like, it was only like 3 or 4 stages that three stages that I actually really enjoyed, and the rest was kind of like, meh, okay, So, this won't hold it. I see why they milking it out like they know they are. They can't give you all this in one time because it won't hold you. They milking it out because they got to. They got to milk this out because these stages don't add much to extending this game.
I never even thought about that. I never thought about that this is not even good enough, and they know it's not good enough.
Right. It's not good enough to, if they dump this all on you at one time, this wouldn't hold you up for 2 years. So they got to milk it out like this so that you don't see how much this is saying you need another Mario Kart. Now, so from there, I open the floor to y'all to kind of get y'all, ask questions or whatever. But nah, man, this ain't gonna do it. And like I said, they don't look bad. They're not ugly stages. They're just, you can tell that they stripped these stages from the mobile game, and like this stage right here. Like look at the textures. Like even Mario them look out of place on it. Cause Mario them got textures that the stage doesn't have. And I don't know if it was Game Explain or whoever was trying to say this may be the direction of the newer Mario Kart. And I'm like, I hope not. I don't think I would want them to go this way.
No. This because these came from mobile.
Yeah.
These maps came from mobile. Yeah. And so the aesthetic didn't really just fit with this. We're doing the realistic type of look. So right. I think this is just for this. I don't think this is something they're going to move forward. I think they're going to move forward with more realistic, like they did with the first set of maps.
I hope so.
In my opinion.
So I think it's circuits. I was saying that's what the word I was looking for. Circuits. So you got the different circuits, and then you get in there, you got the stages within the circuit. But yeah, man, like these stages was over like that, man. Like what's the one where you going around in a circle? Is the baby Luigi's and Mario?
It's stage. Like a kid baby stage or something.
Yeah, they go around a circle. Like they not that short, but not much more than that. I'm being a little unfair. They give you more racing, but they shorter than what you expect from Mario's Kart stage, especially what Mario Kart 8 gave us in length of stage. These stages are just too short, and that's another thing. Like you was going through these stages, and you already at the finish line just like that. And if you just watch the footage, you can see it right here in the footage here. So, like, look, you already back at the finish line again. That's how short the stage. Like,
I was gonna say, you said something that I wish that they would do. You said it a few podcasts ago, and I think you had said that they should go back to how they used to do on the Super Nintendo, and how you run over the item box or whatever, and once that item box is gone, it's gone. You know what I mean? I think they should go back to that, or give you the option of doing that, because I think that creates a higher level of gameplay.
Okay.
But yeah, this is cool for what it is. But man, yeah. If they try to make this or try to use this aesthetic going forward, absolutely not. This is not it. It's too clean.
Yeah, it like this. You're looking at right here. Like now, I ain't gonna say I like this stage. This is one of the stages I did like.
It's the N64 stage,
right? But it's. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Keith. I'm gonna step out real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the classic N64 stage, and it don't even like. This is not what I would imagine that stage turning into, though. Like I
You
imagine this.
mean on a newer console? You're saying?
Yeah, on a
On
newer
a,
console.
okay.
Yeah, I would imagine this being a lot more gritty because in my mind, as a kid playing this stage back in the day, it was gritty. This just seems like a theme park. Like it's super clean. We don't want to get you hurt. Everybody have fun.
Sounds like
you know,
Nintendo to me.
man, Nintendo ain't always been like that though. But yeah, this ain't it. It looks too clean. Like it don't even like you even playing on the stages really. I
Now
don't
I
know.
saw. I remember. I believe it was Digital Foundry that was talking about this, and they were. I know. I don't think it was Digital Foundry. Actually, it was somebody else, and they were talking. I think it was Game Explain, and they were talking about how this was a not a limitation or a shortcut, but this was a design choice
Mm-hmm.
to make them clean and I would say lack of texture, right? Lack of details. Sorry, that's a better way to say it. A lack of details. But to me, it looks. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to say that it doesn't look cheap, right? It
Yeah,
doesn't look.
that's a good word. That's a good word to use.
It's hard for me to look at this and say that because the textures are in there, man, it looks like. And I know the guy was trying to explain and trying to say that Nintendo didn't have baked this, that they still had to upgrade it. When you look at this compared to the 64 version, you can tell that it was upgraded and so and so. I get it.
Can y'all hear
I
me?
get it, but
Yeah.
yeah, we
Cool.
hear you.
Go ahead.
But it's hard for me to shake the feeling that it looks cheap. I don't know how to explain it.
And you can't even argue that they rushed it out because we didn't even know it was coming. So they had all
Right,
the time in the world to make this
all the
as
time.
as incredible as they wanted to. And the fact that they didn't, that leads you to believe something else. That something else is coming, or they messing up. One of the two.
Yeah, it's clearly pointing to that they working on. Like, okay, prime example, and y'all about to see it here in a second. This stage right here is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Can y'all? I don't know if y'all can see it yet. Y'all still behind. I think y'all might be behind. Hold on, let me see. When it come on, okay, this stage that y'all looking at, this is a prime example of what I'm talking about, man. It's just too basic, and it's like they did nothing to make it fit into the Mario Kart 8 graphical design. Like it all the stuff that made Mario Kart 8 what it was, this is like a step back from that. Like if you on y'all, you see them going up this, and look at the that's all changed. That look better on older on. I think this is from the Wii U. I mean, from the Wii. If you go to the Wii version of this stage, the Wii version looks better. Far as how, like the realism and like they changed all this. It doesn't look the same, and all the colors are just just look at it. Everything look basic and basic and simple, and I'm like, wow, this is really
So
is not.
they don't
Yeah.
they don't have any magnetic tracks or anything like that.
No. At least I ain't
Wow.
seeing any. So, like, it's really just like I said, man. I ain't trying to knock it, but I ain't saying it ain't worth what you paid for. I'm not gonna go that far. I ain't gonna say it's not bad. But y'all remember this stage? You remember, like, look at all the stuff that's missing from this stage. The people with the hammers, all that stuff is gone. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It just didn't work. Some of these stages just didn't translate well, in my opinion. Like, them used to be actually look like with them with not elevators but escalators. Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
And they moved all those out and put an arrow going up, and it's like, but y'all did more than that on the Wii version of the game. All you had to do is just take the Wii stage and just make it look better. You changed it, and it looks aesthetically worse than what it looked on the Wii. Far as maybe it's cleaner, it's more polished and sharp, and definitely in 1080p or whatever. But it looked better far as an aesthetic, far as how y'all visually designed it. It looked better on the Wii, in my opinion. So, anyway, moving on. Uh, this to me and the delay, and we can go into get into one of our actual topics. So y'all know that Breath of the Wild has been officially delayed into the what is it, the first quarter of next year.
Yeah.
So coming to UK, Keith, and then I come to UK Bump. Since this is Nintendo's question, I bring it to our to a Nintendo guy. Keith, first of all, what was your thoughts about the delay, and what does this spell out for you?
Uh, well, I'm not mad at the delay. I'm not mad about that. You know, I'll get it when they deliver it, which also means that they're really working hard to make this game, to me, better than the first one. And the first one is still talked about from me and others today. So to me, I think they're really trying to work hard. I hope that they're trying to work hard, especially with the story department. Um, so the delay, and then I think what was it Mario Kart? They said those stages are coming. More of those stages coming all the way to 2023. So both of those are coming 2023. The rest of those stages and Zelda. I mean, yeah, it kind of seems like they're pointing or hinting toward a new console, a new Switch, or something new coming on the horizon. Um, because it just seems, I don't know. It just seems weird to delay it if you don't have anything big coming. Something has to be coming on the horizon, in my opinion. And I hate to use that word because we got a horizon. But what I wish, what I wish would have happened is they would have gave us like a new trailer or something that just kind of shows what they've been working on. I mean, they gave us like a little snippet in this video that you're showing.
Yeah,
they gave us a little snippet of something new, but I'm not the type of person that like hang on to those little bitty details and try to create this whole narrative around it. I don't do that. So that wasn't enough for me. I would have loved to have gotten a new trailer or something and just kind of point toward what they're doing. But yeah, delay the game, make it great, make it better. You know what I mean? Make the story better. Make K-Bum want to play it. You know what I mean? That's what I that's what I want y'all to do. So if you're gonna delay it, make it worth our while. And I just think that it just says that a new console or something new is on the way. Even if it's a Switch Pro, something new is coming because they probably need a little bit more juice. And I'm not even gonna say that. I'm pretty sure whatever they're making right now can run on the current Switch. But I think there were a lot of things that could have been done on the original Breath of the Wild, like 1080p, draw distance, texture, different things that they could have added to make the game a lot better experience. So that's what I think.
Now, before you jump in here, K-Bug, Keith, what do you think? First of all, do you think they showed too much with the sword? And what do you think is going on? And then I'll bring you in, K-Bug.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying. I don't want to create a narrative, but I wish they kind of wouldn't have shown that. Because I'm so sick of this sword. Oh my God. We always talking about this sword.
I'm not sick of the sword, but I wish they wouldn't have showed it though. I wish,
and somebody's saying that they might be bringing back a companion. Like that would have been cool, but I don't want that companion to be too talkative. Just talking all the time like Navi was. Like bring some of that old Zelda flavor back that they kind of stripped away from Breath of the Wild. But yeah, the whole sword thing.
Oh, so they just gonna rip off God of War with a companion. All right, cool, got it.
Huh? What?
What?
Just a joke, man. I'm just saying God of War had the kid with him the whole time, and that was probably the best adaptation. No, but real, the best adaptation of a character being there and never really being in the way. I thought that was very well
Zelda
done.
Had two. This is
it was a joke. You don't have to go into details. All right, cool.
Well, come on, K. Cool.
Let's get him. Let's get him.
Keith, you finished? Are you done?
She about to tell me one day in 1989.
I'll treat y'all. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, K-Bub, come on in here and give your thoughts on the delay. What does this? First of all, was you mortified as an avid Nintendo player, and what does this spell out for you?
I mean, I was devastated. I mean, I've been waiting for this game for years, and I can't even start off that live. So, no, I mean the delay really didn't surprise me. Pretty much everyone was expecting this game not to come out this year anyway. I mean, the people I talked to. So it wasn't a big deal that it be delayed, especially seeing some of the issues and terrible releases that we've seen. A delay nowadays is mostly met with uh, uh, goodness, then positivity. Yeah, there you go. Positively, then negativity. Seeing what Halo was able to do when it delayed, seeing what God of War was able to do when it delayed, seeing what Cyberpunk did when it didn't delay enough. You know, seeing, seeing what it was another game that should have been delayed. I forgot what was it. The GTA game that came out that should have been delayed, but it wasn't. That the delayed games really isn't a sign of of death. It's really a sign of we just need more time to get this thing right. So I salute them to making that choice and make sure you're Nintendo and you stand for quality. So make sure when you release your game, you release it with quality because people are biting at the chops to trash your game anyway. So make sure you release something good. What does this mean? I don't really. People keep saying, and I keep hearing that people keep saying that this just brings it closer in line to being released to when the new Switch that people are saying Switch 2 is supposed to be being released, which is people are stating next March. And this delay puts Breath of the Wild pretty much in the crosshairs for that, which is around the same time that the DLC for the Mario Kart ends. So the fortune tellers and the Nintendo prophets are making their claims. Nintendo insiders are making their claim that this is just that this was always going to be delayed, and they were just letting you have a little cookie here, a cookie there, and a wish, but it was always planned to be in March or been in quarter two of 2023 as they release their new system, in line with the new Breath of the Wild. So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that thought, but I mean I don't really see. I see the merit in it. So I haven't decided one way or another if I believe that is the case or they just made a decision based off of this game to delay it because the signs, quote unquote, are there. So we'll see.
Now, Keith, when is the Mario Kart DLC supposed to? When's the last portion of that supposed to drop? Is it in the next year, or is it?
It's I'm typing now, but I think it's like you said, 2023. Let's see. I think he said 2023 and maybe March. March 18th, 2022, and I mean until 2023. So they don't have a specific date.
So they don't got I thought he said holiday 23. But anyway, going back, piggybacking on what K-Bum said. Well, I just give my thoughts. First of all, I don't mind the delay at all because I'm rooting for it to be on another system. I'm all but done with this version of the Switch. Not that I don't play it, not that I don't enjoy what's up there for me to enjoy. I'm just ready for a new Switch. I know that's crazy. I was at Best Buy when I was getting this WWE 2K22, and they was like, man, we just sold our last Xbox Series X. I was like, oh, I said, y'all had something in? It's like, yeah, man, we got something in. I said, what about PlayStation? Like, nah. That one don't hardly come in. So, but he said, we had a few of the Xbox Series X. I think we just sold our last one. I was like, man, I think I'm going to skip out on the Xbox Series X. I might skip out on it. I don't have I don't have that drive to get it. I really don't. But I want a new Nintendo system, man. I want something new. I think this version has outstayed its welcome maybe a year longer than I wanted. I was hoping for a Pro. I was hoping for an advanced upgrade to the Switch. That's what I was hoping the OLED was going to be, to give me a reason to purchase it and give my daughter my current Switch, and I have me a new Switch with a little bit more juice under the hood, and Nintendo opted out of doing that. And so for me, I think this year has been, outside of Metroid Dread, there's nothing that I've seen on the Switch that I really anticipate outside of Breath of the Wild, and I'm hoping it doesn't come, or that it comes linked up with a new Switch or new device altogether. And that's my hope. I really do. I hope that this all points to, even down to the fact that it's coming out at the same time that Breath of the Wild came out with the Switch. It seems like K-Bun was saying to line up with, they probably going to announce a new system at that time. And I'm hoping that's what they're going to do. If they didn't put a date on that Mario Kart DLC, then that seems to suggest the same thing. Because like I said, this is just, we can't give y'all a new Mario Kart on this platform. That's what it says to me. So we're going to do the best thing we can do and just give you a whole bunch of tracks to tide you over. And to me, if they would have dumped this all at one time, you would not, it wouldn't. So they got to milk it. They got to milk it. They got it. And then when this got delayed, I was like, everything seemed to be suggesting this current Switch is this would probably be the last year with this current Switch. Because the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X has been out going on, they about to hit their third year, ain't they? It's two.
I believe so.
Yeah, it's 2 years and some months now, right? Or is it? Yeah, it's 2 years and some months. I think it came out. Was it 19 or 20? It was 20. It was 20. 2020. The PlayStation came out. So this Christmas, this holiday would be, I think, 3 years on the dot. Around the November would be 3 years for the PlayStation 3. I mean, PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. They've been on the market for 3 years, and COVID, under the COVID and the pandemic, so it has hurt things. And Nintendo has blossomed and has benefited from COVID. A lot of people buying Switches left and right, so they've been meeting their sales. But I'm ready to move on, and I don't know how you feel, Keith, but I am. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready.
Did you say they came out 2020?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So they came out 2020. It's 2022. So they'll be entering into so let's get it right. They'll be entering into their third year. That's the right way to say it. It won't be 3 years old, but it'll be entering into its third year on the shelf. So Nintendo should be thankful of COVID and the fact that they was able to be successful in this season. But to me, you can't gamble with another year with the Switch, because now the PlayStation and the Xbox Series X about to hit their stride, and we're about to talk about a game that y'all been asking about. I forgot the name of it, but we're gonna pivot here in a second. So I think this does point to a new Switch, and I hope it does. But we shall see. Time will prove all things. So, but I hope Nintendo makes the wise decision. And all this points to, okay, we finna bring, not necessarily in this Switch, but this is pointing to that we not going to release anything until the new, more powerful version is out. And then if you want to showcase, to me, you want to showcase Zelda on that platform. You see what I'm saying? You want to showcase these games there. And I think it'll be like the new 3DS, where some games wasn't able to be backwards compatible. So Breath of the Wild probably be across gen, but something like a Mario Kart 9 will probably be exclusive to that platform. You had to get that new Switch to play that game. I think Nintendo would go that route to kind of force its consumers to move up to that new platform. So, like, I think that's what they plan is. That's why they giving you all this DLC for Mario Kart 8, because they know once they make the 9, it's gonna be exclusive to that particular device. They're not gonna make it backwards compatible or make it work on the OG Switch or Lite. I think they're gonna try to force your hand. That's just me. They might not. But go ahead.
Well, if that's true, I'm gonna give Nintendo their kudos, because historically they have been trash when it came to going through the next console.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to give us content with the Mario Kart, with the new Kirby game, and probably got some other games coming out that's probably not high on your Nintendo list.
Right.
But I do appreciate that, because man, when the Wii was almost out, going to the Wii U, it was dry. It was so dry. It was Sahara Desert dry.
Right, but you know why, don't you? You know
they
why?
was trying to, and even with why?
Because it wasn't dry. It was dry on the home console. It wasn't dry on the handhelds.
Is right, exactly.
So you remove that having to, you don't have, them. You basically bringing both of the systems under one on one device. You lose because Kirby is a handheld game. That would have probably been more geared towards the handheld than this device. Let's say they made this a home console and they gave you another device and they kind of had that same format, then I guarantee that Kirby game that y'all are playing right now will probably be on that handheld device. And the
Probably
home
true.
console will be dry as Sahara Desert, just like you saying. It'll be Mario Kart DLC and dust and sorry for the delay, and that's it. So I think them not having to choose between two devices has made this slowdown seem not as slow down as normal, because both Metroid Dread, all them would have been on the handheld. All that would have been handheld. It wouldn't have made it to the home console.
So I hope this is not a dumb question, because I'm not a follower of Nintendo as much as others on this podcast. But are they still releasing games for Nintendo handheld games? Not the Switch, like 3DS and stuff like that. Are they still releasing games
I
for
don't
them?
think so. They got their
So why aren't there more bangers on the Switch then? If they're
There are.
not dividing
That's
part
what I'm
of their
saying.
team to release,
K-Ball.
there's no handheld. Yeah,
They got
yes.
all them Pokemons, all that's handheld game. Pokemon, Kirby, Metroid Dread, all that's handheld targeted games. So that's why it's selling, because you really the people that's buying it in droves are the ones that bought the DS and the 3DS and all them in the Game Boy Advance and all that stuff in droves. They getting they itch scratched. Every time you turn around, they scratching that handheld market itch. These games that we're seeing now are for the handheld players, not those of us that's looking for the Odysseys and the Breath of the Wilds and all that. Our itch ain't been scratched in a while. But all
Look
the
at this.
all the handheld has.
Look at this. You got Pokemon coming later this year. Not on my radar, but it's coming. That's money in their pockets. Splatoon 3 is supposed to come this summer.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about Splatoon.
They say Bayonetta 2 is coming this year. Who knows? Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is coming in September.
I forgot about Bayonetta. Dang.
You got a Fire Emblem Warriors game coming out. You got Mario Strikers coming out.
Yep.
Nintendo Switch Sports is comment out in was it now or soon? It's coming out soon.
Soon, yeah.
You got Switch Sport. So the strategy is brilliant. Like, they're gonna make a lot of money, but it ain't like I can confidently say it's probably none of those games are probably on our radar except Bayonetta.
Let me add this to you. You just brought up Switch Sports. Do you know they ain't gonna call it Switch Sports and make another device that don't have that Switch name associated with it? Because this is just a tester. This is just testing the market to see if there's life still with this title, and then you will see better and improve on whatever they coming next. So I guarantee you, like the Joy-Cons, all that stuff will be improved. The is a gyro or gyro?
Gyro.
Gyro controls will be improved. A lot of elements from the PlayStation. What's the name of the PlayStation controller? K-Bum, help me out.
Move.
No, not the Move. The current controller. With all the DualSense, all that. Some of them elements with the HD Rumble, all that stuff are gonna be highly improved. So it's gonna be a Switch something. They ain't leaving that Switch name. The Switch, they ain't going away from the Switch. I can't see them. So all this is just setting it up. So to me, it makes sense that it's gonna be a transition to a more powerful Switch. 2 Pro, whatever they call it, it's gonna be in that same lane. So yeah. They scratching people itch. It just ain't ours. They ain't scratching me and Keith's itch. We want Breath of the Wild. We want Metroid Prime 4. We want all that stuff. No, we ain't getting that because that's on the new device. But they got all the Pokemons and all they scratching. All they straight, and they know they straight. They don't got to do nothing right now. That Pokemon gonna hold them over. All that I ain't buying it, but it's gonna hold them over definitely. And they done had how many Pokemons on this platform already? We done had so many Pokemons don't make no sense, but they steady coming.
I don't know. I can't even keep up.
Right, because that's what the handheld market that they catering to. So the Switch is doing everything they needed to do because the handheld market is in the hands of the home council, home council side, and they scratching both backs. So, they straight, but I'm ready for something new, me personally. But anyway, let's move on. So, what's this game y'all keep talking about with the Xbox? That y'all we want to know, because Xbox with Bethesda, the question is, why is Bethesda taking so long? And what was the game, K-Bun? D2? Not D2. Starfield. Right. Why is Xbox taking so long with Starfield? What is going on? Where are these games at from Bethesda?
Well, I wouldn't even argue, like, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long to show us what it is? Like, if you go to the Microsoft page right now, you're going to see a lot of videos talking about Starfield. And then I'm going to ask you, what game did you see? And you're going to tell me, I have no idea what I just saw, because it's a lot of behind the scenes videos. It seems like they're trying to get you excited about the content of this title, but they're not actually showing you the game. And it's starting to bother me because I'm anticipating it, because it looks like it could be what I was expecting from what's that one, Star Citizen. It looks like they're trying.
It sounds like.
Huh?
It sounds like, because all you're hearing is them talk about it. You ain't seen it, so.
You ain't seen not one lick of gameplay, right, so and that game's supposed to come out soon.
No, I'm messing with you. Said it's looking like it's gonna be. I was like, no, it sounds like it's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. I was messing with you.
We ain't seen one lick of gameplay, and that's weird to me. Like, why are they keeping it so close to their chest? Is it going to be like every other Bethesda game, or are they trying something new? Like, what? I don't understand the strategy. And the game is supposed to come out soon, so I'm just like, what is going on?
How soon does it supposed to come out?
I think it's supposed to come out this year.
I believe it's holiday season this year.
Wow. So it's
November 11th.
So it's supposed to come out this year, and we haven't seen not one. And we got to talk about E3 not being canceled.
We've only seen concept art.
So we
seen some. There was some leak footage, not footage, screenshots of it.
Because I'm not gonna lie, quote. I haven't been. This ain't been on my radar, but I apologize. It hasn't been. So, but y'all mean to tell me they haven't shown not a trailer, not a nothing?
And we get trailers. It ain't gameplay trailers.
I mean, I'm talking about gameplay, like not concept art, not even a in-game cutscene.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Let me see if I can find something. Go ahead, K-Bun. What's your response to what Keith was saying? It's
Yeah, have you ever seen anything like this?
what is it?
So,
Star what?
we saw we
What is it called again? Star
the
what?
Starfield.
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 Okay,
Okay.
so let me go ahead and think about this. The last game I can remember that was a highly anticipated game that we did not see anything about it until months before its release. The last game I remember is Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh God, no.
I'm not saying that this game is going to be Mass Effect
That is not a good.
Andromeda.
You shouldn't even brought
I
that
am
game up.
saying the last highly anticipated game that I remember going this long and this far without any footage. There may be another one. There may be another one. But for my memory, that is the last one I can remember, and I believe we started to see footage of it because it was coming out in March or something like that, or in March or April, and it was and like it was we didn't see anything until that year, like January, I believe, and when we first started to see footage of Andromeda. So I don't know. So I do think Xbox is trying to play this close to the chest. I do. I don't think this is a thing where, they don't have anything to show or they're not happy with what's out there. I do think they want to make sure that the first impression is a good impression. Let's not forget Craig, right?
Man.
Uh, let's not forget Craig. So I think this is my opinion. I think they are trying to keep it close to the chest and make sure that the first impression that they give, the first time you see Starfield, you are actually wowed by it.
Hmm.
Because you have people on the Xbox side that is saying, they want this to be the most played game ever, or most played Xbox game, I think. But let's just go there. Most played Xbox game ever. So they have very high hopes, Destiny level hopes, dare I say, for this game.
So,
So
so this footage that y'all looking at, this ain't. This is just concept art. This ain't really gameplay footage.
No.
Okay, I remember this
no,
game now. I remember it. This went off my. I don't follow Bethesda games like that, so this ain't really been on my radar. But hearing y'all talk about it make me consider like should I be keeping up with this title? I told y'all what I think it is. Like you said, K Bum, there's a lot riding on this for Microsoft because they bought this. They bought this.
billions
They
for
spent billions
billions
on
of
this
dollars.
development studio. These developers, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the games that prompted them to do it. You know, this game and Fallout and all the other stuff that they got under that
Ugh.
acquisition. But I I think
Sorry.
what happened.
No, I illed the word Fallout. I
Ew.
said
Oh, okay, I
ill.
got you. But
Yuck.
like I told y'all in the comments the
Yeah.
other day when we was talking about this, I think they like you said, K Bum, they holding they cards close to the chest because they can't afford to jack up this acquisition. They can't afford to jack up this purchase. And if they stumble out the gate with this game, and it is a Mass Effect Andromeda or what's the other one that they had EA right after that Andromeda
Anthem.
Anthem. If
Anthem.
it's an
Ooh, good God.
Anthem, if it's
Good
buggy
lord.
like a Fallout title, and you got a game like Breath of the Wild 2 coming, highly anticipated. You got God of War 4, highly anticipated. You already got Horizon, Forbidden West. All these games have lived up to the hype that was around it. This is a lot of hype around this game. and they can't afford to stumble out the gate like you saying, because this can set the precedence for the whole acquisition of Bethesda, and it become what caused Steam to come their way could fizzle out just like that, and Bethesda is rendered out of people's mind because you stumbled out the gate and it caused a domino effect, and nothing you do gets the proper love. Like if this game failed, then people just automatically hate on everything else you're doing. So you got to do this game right, and with the competition that is possibly going to be facing, it got to be rolled out right. So it is interesting that we haven't seen anything up to this point. That says a lot, because what that tells me is you ain't confident about it enough to show it. Because I believe if they was confident, they would have been unshowed it. So this says to me that you ain't confident. It ain't where it needs to be right now. Because we've seen God of War 4. Nintendo showed us Breath of the Wild 2. You just got some more. We just looked at some more footage of it earlier. So by Microsoft holding this back, it can mean one or two things. It could be what you said, K-Bomb, that they're just holding it to the chest to ensure it's presented well, or they don't believe it's at a place to present it and so they just not gonna show it yet. So that this game might get delayed. They just ain't said it.
It is a possibility. Like to your point, it is a possibility that because it's a real possibility because you haven't seen anything.
Right.
I want to feel that that's not the case, but I do agree with you. There's a possibility that it can be delayed.
Right.
But I think it hurts them though if that's the case. I think it really hurts Xbox if that's the case.
My friend talking about he finna go buy an Xbox just to play this game, and he a PlayStation dude.
I'm not gonna say, because like I said, this what we looking at right here is from E3 of last year. So that's 21. We don't have an E3, which we got to talk about that real quick because we ain't gonna be on here. We started a little late, so I go to 9:45, and we get out of here around that time. With E3 being delayed, that means we're coming up on a year from this. Okay, was this the first time this game was announced or was this Xbox and Bethesda just kind of coming out as a team? Which one was it? No, they purchased it at the beginning of the year.
This was announced last year.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Announced.
Trying to find the actual date.
It was at E3. It looked like, but I could be wrong.
No, it was 2018.
Oh, so this game was okay. It was announced in 2018. So this is even before the new system came out. So, they should have been.
This before the purchase.
Yeah, this is before the purchase and everything. So that means, bruh, to me, what it says, it ain't at a stage where they feel comfortable with showing it.
2018 though.
No, I'm saying it's, you know how games like K-Bomb said, Andromeda, when they showed it, it was clear this game should not have been shown. I'm thinking with Microsoft purchasing them, they probably got to see where this game actually is, probably the bugs, everything. And like K-Bomb said, it's too much riding. You said it too, Keith. It's too much riding on this. I spent $1 billion. I spent, well, how many billions?
7 point something, wasn't it?
7
Was it 7?
Yeah. It was a lot of billions, put it like that. To acquire y'all. And Bethesda don't mind putting games out super duper buggy stuff, not it's a little broken, and they fix it as it go. They give you Cyberpunk all the time, and nobody really complain about them giving you Cyberpunk. But with Microsoft purchasing them, this got to be done, like K-Bum said, this got to be done right. And it seemed to me that if they ain't shown nothing after 18 to 19, 20, 21, so that's 3.5 years, you still ain't seen nothing from this game, and it's coming out in November, then that tell me it ain't coming out in November.
You gotta. That's a strong point y'all making about the whole bugginess with Bethesda and Microsoft basically saying no, we're
Yeah,
not going to allow that to happen because you're right. They, yeah, this got to be the new not Battlefield. What am I talking about? Bethesda. This has to be the new
right.
Bethesda. We not shipping games that's buggy.
Yeah, this
Period.
is Microsoft Bethesda. You got to live up to Microsoft standards. And when do we know about Microsoft that's releasing ultra buggy games? They might. I mean, every game gonna have some bugs in it, but I'm saying Microsoft when they put their stuff out is pretty solid. You can is they got a brand and what they do, they live up to that. You don't hear nobody fussing about Forza and how buggy and glitchy Forza is. Or what's another game? This ain't Gears of War. I'm trying to name all the Microsoft first party titles. This is hard.
Halo, Gears, Forza.
Forza, Halo. Halo wasn't, from what I understand, Halo wasn't buggy.
No,
I ain't hear
it was
nobody
just
complaining.
missing content.
It just missing content, but it wasn't buggy. K-Bomb, you still there? You went quiet, but yeah, man, I'm with K-Bomb. They either holding it close to their chest, but I would lean even farther and say it probably ain't ready. It probably ain't, and it don't be surprised, especially with Nintendo announcing a delay. That just give them even more fodder and cushion to announce a delay themselves. So I don't see no. Yeah, they should have been on the show something. So the fact that we ain't seen nothing says a lot to me. Any more thoughts on this?
No, just hope it's good.
K-Bomb, you there?
I hope that is good, and I hope it gives me a reason to want an Xbox. Because remember, there was a space game that made me buy an Xbox. What's that? 360.
Yeah,
Yeah, that made me buy an Xbox 360,
Mass Effect.
and that was the first Mass Effect. I bought my Xbox just to play Mass Effect. Period. It was nothing else I wanted to play. So I hope it's good. I hope it gives me a reason to want to get an Xbox. I
Okay.
wouldn't. I've actually pondered the thought of getting it, and then I pondered it off.
Okay.
So I hope it's that good.
It ain't
Seriously,
that I
I
don't want
really
to
do.
get one. I just can't justify it, and I'm
I,
not getting in
I,
trouble.
I agree. I'm in the same boat as I'm saying. I hope this gives me the guilt, buyer's remorse or whatever, and makes me want to be a part of it and get an Xbox.
Right.
I hope it's that good.
Because I've always imagined that black box under this TV, but like I said, I can't get in too much more trouble with my gaming and gadget love. So I'm gonna chill on the Xbox. I gotta save that card for the Switch, whatever Nintendo gonna do, cause I might be shelved after that. So what was I finna say? Okay, so our last subject, E3. E3 is not happening this year. First of all, K-Bun, what are you disappointed? Are you hurt that we won't have an E3 this year?
I'm actually fine because I believe it was going to be digital only this year, so it wasn't even going to be in person, from my understanding. So it was
Right,
going to
even
be
digital.
digital.
I mean,
Just
yeah, even from a digital position, are you upset?
yeah. No, I'm not really upset. I'm not upset that we're not getting E3 this year. There are so many other avenues that we get information that it's not a big deal if E3 isn't there. And even last year, we saw big game announcements that were done. What last year, whatever year E3 was there, it was like whatever was after E3, we got a whole bunch of more big announcements. So I'm not even the Game Awards have big announcements now.
Right.
So I'm not missing E3. I would love for it to kind of get back to its glory days.
It never
I
will.
know that it never will. But I would love for it to have its place in being relevant. But I'm personally not upset or missing it this year per se.
Keith?
Man, like K-Bone said, We're gonna get announcements. So whether it's from E3 or D3, HD, we're gonna get some announcements. I mean, it really kind of sucks, and I'm gonna try to be fast. I know we're finna get out of here, but it really sucks because we've been talking about this doom and gloom for E3 for so long, and we know that they said they're coming back next year, but what if they don't? E3 has always been that holiday for gamers to see what the new things are about, but blame Nintendo if you want, or give Nintendo their props, but they kind of set the tone for the digital content era. Like we don't need this E3 thing to actually show our announcements and our new titles. So it is what it is.
Right, you stole it right out of my mouth. I was going to say Nintendo is the punch that broke the arm. Well, I won't say they cracked the armor, and then Sony and them came in and just took it apart. We get E3 all year long now. we get many E3s, every state of play, every Nintendo Direct, every Microsoft showcase. We get many E3s all year long. So by them shutting the door, there's a strong possibility that we won't see E3 next year either, because
sorry, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because by removing yourself, and if the market just moves on and we don't feel the impact and the loss of E3, then there's a strong possibility these companies that you need to be there might be like, we don't need y'all. I ain't saying that. I'm saying there's a possibility that you.
I agree. I get what you're saying. Yeah, and I agree with you.
Okay. If you move and we move, we. I remember we used to do a tournament here in town, and I remember the year it was dwindling. It was starting to. We needed to reinvent the wheel, and we took a break off, right? And that break was all it took to become a permanent break, because we couldn't get people to invest back in it, and it was hard to get it back off. It was harder because we took that break, and once people learned that they didn't have to have it, then it was like the next year they had moved on. So with E3 already losing a lot of esteem with the PlayStations and other different developers and studios and companies not coming, and then you shut down for a year and don't show yourself at all, it's going to be that much harder to jumpstart everything next year, in my opinion, when you got the Game Awards doing some similar what you do, just without all the people in the building and all that type of stuff. And you still got the stuff at the top of the year. You still got all the packs. And then, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft got their own presentation that they do all throughout the year. Sony stepped out, 2 years ago? They haven't been at E3 in how many years now, 2? It's been 2 or 3 years they haven't been there.
I think that's right. So
it was only a matter of time for other companies to be like, and we don't know what'll happen behind the scene. They could be like, nah, we gonna skip this year, and this is E3 trying to figure out another way to approach it. Just give them time to assess what they need to do without announcing another company stepping down. We just not gonna have it. I'd rather say we not gonna have it than to say Microsoft has decided not to come. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what they doing, but it seems like the writing is on the wall. And like you said, K-Bum, and I think Keith, you echoed it as well. We've been talking about this for a while, and I think we might be right there at it, where E3 is an old thing. It's a dinosaur that's been, trying to stay in the game, but the game unchanged. And like you said, Keith, blame it on Nintendo. They started it. They showed it was possible, and others took that and ran with it. And we got a whole new way of engaging, and I like it, because that's how we always engaged it. We always had to watch. We wasn't ever there. So digital, for the masses and majority, digital was always how visually, that's the only way we got to enjoy E3. We wasn't there on the floor. So, I mean, me and K-Bum almost got there. We almost got there, K-Bum, but, you know, hey, it didn't happen.
Almost.
Almost. We had tickets, supposedly. Anyway, so, no, it didn't bother me when you posted it up, Keith. I don't know if it was you or K-Bum. One of y'all did.
I think I did.
Yeah. It was like, oh, that's messed up. And I kept moving. I ain't even look. I bet about 4 years ago, that would have been hard to hear. What? No E3? Oh. Now it's like, okay, well, because I know they're going to do something anyway. The company's going to do enough to where I'm not going to miss E3. I'm not missing E3. I'm not. If you think about it, you ain't missing E3 because Nintendo and Sony's like Nintendo. They still have a big press conference 2 months after E3, and they do a direct that was better than the direct that they did at E3. And
I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
I don't even be looking at the Treehouse stuff.
No, I don't. I turn this stuff off. I do. I agree. There's a lot of reasons why I didn't watch Treehouse. To me, anyway. I ain't gonna say that. It gonna make some people mad. Treehouse made me feel like I was in kindergarten somewhere. Like, man, I used to get mad at Treehouse. It just no. It just showed you what their mindset was at that time, man. It was like, y'all, I'm 40 years old, man. Can y'all do this a little bit better? Y'all can put some better aesthetics to this and everything. But anyway, we ain't here to talk about that. But that's my opinion. I'm not gonna miss it. I really ain't. If it's there, I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna miss it. Just like I'm gonna miss my Lakers, but anyway, we ain't talking about that either.
Man.
My Lakers out in E3 ain't here no more. Just a sad situation. Anyway, any other topics before we get out of here? Are we done?
I think we should finish up, but we did have that PlayStation Plus subscription thing, but
we can table that for the next one.
That's a good 15-20 minutes. You can't squeeze that in.
Yeah, you can't squeeze that one. But we'll push that into the next podcast. I think we spent a lot of time in what you've been gaming on because we've been out for 2 weeks. So we ate up a good time there. But anyway, I hope that y'all enjoyed the cast on tonight. We'll be coming back next week. Same place, same time. Any final words?
Nah, man, it was good to get back. Good to get back on the podcast. It's been a little minute for me. I'll be enjoying a birthday this weekend, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, happy birthday! What you turning? What, the big O2?
Nope. I'm not hitting the big four. Not yet. I got a little bit of time left.
What you got?
Holding on.
What you got?
I'm still in the 30s, man. I'm holding on for dear life. I'm just struggling. I'm hanging on like old boy was a Titanic.
You ain't crossed over the 40 yet, have you?
Nah. I ain't crossed over yet. Like I said, I'm hanging on.
No, I said
I'm hanging on to them 30s.
Oh no, okay. Man, no. I'm younger than my sister. She turning 40 this year.
Oh man, y'all both younger than me, man.
She hitting the big 4.
What you pushing?
I'll be 35 this year.
35? Man, I remember when I was 35. Man, that was a long time.
I don't.
You don't remember when you were 35? I remember.
I was doing something. I don't know what I was doing.
I know exactly what I was doing. I sure do. Yeah, I know what I was doing at 35. Stressed out like I am now. Oh man, I'm 2 years, about to be 3 years over 40. So I'll be 43 here in another month, man. Oh man, y'all making me feel old. I think I need to get some older people on here.
No, we're supposed to make you feel younger.
No, y'all talking about 35 and 39, shoot, I'm feeling old. Well, K-Bum kind of close. He holding on.
I'm close enough.
You'll be there.
I'm holding on for dear life.
Your birthday ain't that far. You got 39 to change to 40. 40 or something. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. Yeah! Make sure y'all tune in next time, same place. And we'll get it in as always. Till then, be blessed. And we are out. Deuces.